KG4NWE out here in the sunshine right now. Wanted to show you. You ever seen the kits you can buy for your radio that protects your radio, field portable? Well, this kit was bought and it was built for $4. Well, I told a lie. Maybe $8, okay? It's a ruler. See that? That is a ruler. 3/16 of an inch wide. A couple of 8mm screws. And there's your field portable kit. Protects the front. Can drop it in a backpack. It's very simple. And I'm gonna make one for my HF. So here's the old one. It's made from just 2 pieces of flat aluminum, and it leaves a lot to be desired. It's very thin. I can actually bend it by hand, which is not good. And this over here needs to be opened up so that I can put the headphone jack in there. And you know, I think I want to cut a notch right here, so that I can get my hand in there to do some turning. I think it would help if I could just had a little extra space right here and right here, and also on this side too. So what I'm gonna do is first I got to get this cleaned off. I got to get rid of this. This is a Ameritrack. Man, there's so much stuff up here. So let me get this thing cleaned off. I got these DMR amplifiers. We'll get those put away, and then I got the Ameritrack 6-meter mobile. It's got to get put away, and the power supply. I'm still organizing stuff. I just, you know, I've been here about a year now, but I just have been pulling stuff out. So let me get this cleaned up here real quick, get some space to work, and then we'll start working on that. Alright, so I got it all cleaned off. Got the radio here. There was a lot of tools underneath that stuff, so I found some tools that I've been missing. My favorite meter, the Unity. This is like $14 when I bought it several years ago on Amazon or something, and like, this is the best meter. It's not a fluke, but it has up to 100 amps of DC amperage on the clamp. So you can do 20 amps, 2 amps, 20 amps, or 100 amps, AC or DC on the clamps. It's accurate enough that it works. It does exactly what I need it to do. It also has a capacitance, so you can measure capacitors. Yeah, so really good meter. Unity, it's a UT210E. It's like $15 or $16. It's cheaper than the one at Walmart that doesn't do anything, okay? So this is a good deal here. And I do have the Harbor Freight, you know, but we're not going to be using those in this project anyway. This is another project that's coming out. I'm working on a case to put this in. This is a you may have seen TRX something on YouTube do this. So we're gonna make some of these here on the channel. It's a 1-to-1 and a 4-to-1, a 1-to-1 current and a 4-to-1 balun. So you can take your 50 ohms, your 50 ohms to your 200 ohms. So for loops or whatever you might need, or you could use them independently. You could use the 4-to-1 only, or you could use the 1-to-1 only. I think I'm going to mount them in something like this. So anyway, that's another thing, another project, and then of course the best end-fed half waves in the whole wide world, made by yours truly. The 40 through 10, perfect. You do not need a tuner. 40 through 10, my antennas are bang on, bang on. If you want an 80, you might need a tuner for that. But it's all good. It's all good. So we're gonna take this thing apart now. Should be just 4 screws, and we should be good to go. And then we get to clean it up, and then yeah, there we go. Take that baby off there. See, that's just a piece of metal from something. It's literally really thin. It's like 1/8. It's less than 1/8. So yeah, if you drop this radio or bang into it, you could bend it. I mean, look how thin this junk is. And then some places, because it was repurposed, it's ground down in here and there, and look at that. That's no good. That's no good. Okay, this is the FT891. I got my ground strap here and ground lug, and then on the back we got the little connections to the SWRE thing. So what I did here was I made I left the side brackets that came with it. So I left the side brackets that came with the tuner attached to the tuner, and then I just put a metal bar in these 2 screws here. So what we're probably going to do here, and I was thinking, what if I took the faceplate off and mounted it like that? Wouldn't that be cool? That would be neat, right? I don't know. Maybe not this project. Another modification that I did, it's not really a modification, it's just a little extra stuff to this 891, is I made a adapter. And it's not even really an adapter, and you could probably do a whole lot better job than I did here. But this is a Cat 5, RJ45 connector. My light's not quite good enough. It's an RJ45 connector, and an RJ45 plug. So, and all this does is, because the faceplate's on there, and this plugs behind the faceplate. Because that plugs behind the faceplate there, it's kind of a pain in the butt. If I want to switch from my hand mic to my headset, I have to take the faceplate off and jumble it like this and try to get that thing and then put it back on. So what I did, I don't want to do that anymore, so I just made basically an extension, and that's all it is. And I can use the headset, or I could use the computer. I have an adapter that I made for the computer for FT8 and stuff like that. It just plugs right in, right there. No big deal. Good to go. And I don't have to take the faceplate off, which I'm not going to be able to do anyway once we put the sides on. Let me get the sides. Are you ready for the big reveal? So what I'm going to use to make these sides that you can pay anywhere between $50 and $5 billion for if you bought them from someone else. We're going to use aluminum. It's going to be cool. It's going to be easy. And I got these pieces of aluminum for $4 a piece. Oh, $4 a piece at Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight doesn't have aluminum stock. Yes, they do. Look. It's right here. There it is. They have aluminum stock. It's about a 3/16 thick. Just perfect, and it is. Oh, what am I looking for? 48 inches long. That's what it is. So, I got 3 of these. And this is what we're going to use. Probably going to have some extra. But this guy right here, it's going to go right there. Just like that. Booyah. Okay. And this one's going to go right here. The fun part is going to be drilling the holes. So we got to drill. We got to get this the perfect length, right? What we want, the perfect length. We got to drill a hole here. We got to drill a hole here. Obviously. And then I want to notch this out just a little bit, top and bottom, so that I can get to this without too much trouble. I don't know. We're going to play. We're going to see exactly what I like, and we're going to do it that way. And on this side, we're going to do the same thing. Okay? We're going to do the same thing on this side. Drill a hole here and a hole here. And then there's a speaker jack right here. So a headset jack is right here. Okay? And the microphone jack can also come out the side, so we might do that instead, but maybe not. I kind of like it going down. I may attach it to here. Let me get this over here where you can see it. So my adapter, of course, we might put this here like this, and then attach this speaker here. I'm considering putting 2, one on top and one on the bottom. I don't know yet. That might happen. I feel like that might be what's going to happen here. And then this speaker, this extension doohickey here, might just go on the bottom. And I'm also considering making a front and a back. I know I'm going to make a back. Okay, I know I'm going to make the back piece. And it's gonna look like a C. I'm gonna put a right angle here. Not on this one, but on one of these. I'm going to bend it there and bend it there. So it's going to go on the back, and it's going to fit perfectly with these, and we can put screws. We can put screws in the side to attach it so that it's nice, pretty all the way around. I'm also going to do the front, maybe the bottom part of the front. Maybe the bottom part of the front here. Something like that. Just like that there. Turn it like that. Maybe like this. Something like this. But of course we're going to have to extend it out and put a right angle on it so we can put screws in it and attach it. And then this guy can go right in there. It'll go right there just like that. And it'll come through this. I believe that's going to be awesome. Now, I also want to wonder if I could do this like this and bend this up, bend it up here. Like that. Maybe bend that up, maybe bend that up, and then put it on the bottom. Okay. What I did with my 578 mobile, it's actually let me go get it. So I don't want to make this. Get back up here. I don't want to make this a super long, DIY step-by-step video. I want to make it short, and you can see it. And you get the basic idea, and then you do it the way you want to do it. So what I'm going to do, here's my 578, Anytone 578. And I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about the way this one's set up. And then you can do yours the way you want. Alright, so here it is. Protected on all sides. See that? Isn't that cool? Now the way I did this, we did exactly what we're going to do. See, there's the ruler. And I put the screw here and the screw there. Screw there in the side of this mobile. And then this is, see how that's attached? There's a piece here, and I measured it and bent it on the vise, actually. I didn't use any brake press or anything like that. Anything special there. But I just bent it on the vise very carefully. So so that it would fit right inside of these, and it was a little off, you know. You can't tell it, but if you look really close, you can see that the two sides are kind of pressed out a little bit. But there you go. That's what I did there. And then on the bottom one, I measured these guys so that they come out here. So let me show you this. Ah, yeah. So it's also a stand. And I put this way so that I could kind of hook that in there like that. And it's not, you know, that's just the way I did it. You could do it any kind of way you want. See, like that if you wanted to. The only gripes I have about this setup is I wish, the idea here is to protect the knobs, right? But at the same time, there's just not enough space for me to get my, I have to kind of, I can do it, I can turn it, you know, but it's just, it would be a lot easier if maybe there were spacers here, and this whole deal was a little bit wider. But the way this is right now, it fits into a, I wanted to show you. The way this is right now, it fits into this ammo can right here perfectly. Now, you can take that information and do whatever you want with it, alright? But I just want to let you know that there's about a 3/8 of an inch gap here at the top. So it slides back and forth. You can take this and do what you want with it. Now also, I wanted to also show you that without these brackets on the side of this 578 any-tone, it fits in there this way. Like, it will go, I found out that without these two metal things on the sides, this 578 fits in this ammo can perfectly this way. So you could, essentially, you could slide it straight down in there. It would have to be angled a little bit because it's a little long. I mean, it fits perfectly in there, but it's actually a very good fit, but the knobs are sticking above it. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there real quick. But this is what we're going for. You know what I'm saying? You could drop this in your backpack. You can actually hold it like this, or the other way if you want, and then set her up just like that. Now, one problem that I have with it, is that it's a little fiddly, and my fingers are rubbing on this. My fingers are rubbing here. But if you're field portable a lot, this will protect the radio, for sure. The other problem that I have with it is the coax that I run in the house is LMR 400, and it's real thick and it's hard to bend. I probably should have put a hole here on the back of this guy, and I still might do that while I'm out here in the shop with it. I might put a hole in it right here. Just put a hole there that's big enough for that to go through, and then the coax will go through that and there. That might be something to do. Yeah, definitely going to do that. And I'm also going to run this, I'm maybe put a notch here on the bottom so that can lay in that notch, and maybe fix it up with some rubber somehow. But yeah, man. What I do in the house, I had these two guys on the sides here, and then this guy sits right on top of it like that. And because of the dimensions of both radios and the way they worked out, this guy right here would go right here in this notch, and it would just sit there perfectly. It wouldn't jiggle around or anything. It just happened luckily to fit perfectly. So this is what we're doing. Yep, that's what it's going to look like in the end. Now, I'm going to go ahead and work on mine, but I'm hoping that you can take the ideas that I'm giving you and work out something for yourself. I'm going to get to cutting here, measuring, cutting, and working things out, and I'll show you what it looks like in the end. but I don't want to bore you with an hour of DIY step by step, because most hams, you know, most of you guys are gonna do it your way anyway. So there's, you know, there's really no big reason for you to watch me for an hour to do something, you know, and then you're gonna modify the steps anyway. So be right back with my version. Well, I got these cut. I got these two cut. And they're perfectly the same. I might just do it on the outside like that. Or maybe on the inside. I don't know yet. I believe this is going to work out very good. This is going to go here like this. It's going to go to right there. And I'm going to have to install these. I'm going to measure and drill the holes. And then I will, after that, then I'll figure out how to do these together. May just do a 1/2 inch here and bend it over. Measure and do the other side the same way. But that's gonna be the work. That's gonna be how it works. I'm gonna notch this out so that it's not pressing. So this hole here, I got to put a hole for this faceplate switch because it is just big enough to be pushing on, and it leaves a gap right there. You see that? See that gap? So I need to make a hole for this, okay? And also this needs to breathe, as well as this. And also on this side, same thing, here and here. That needs to be able to breathe. And the speaker, the headset, speaker jack, headset, headphone. This hole right here needs to be accessible, okay? And I'm gonna make that one a little bigger than it actually is, because depending on what headset I'm using or whatever. So yep. So I'm gonna have this thing come up. I'm gonna make it a little higher, so it's not gonna. I'm gonna make it a little higher than the radio, something like that. And so, so these holes are gonna be right about here on there. They're gonna go right about there, right about there. And it's going to leave a little space here, but still I am considering putting the other here like this, and I may use 3. Maybe I can use 3, put another one there and have all 3. I don't know about that though. I'm not so sure on that. Maybe we can put this on the bottom, on the tuner here, and yeah, I don't know yet. I'll have to think about it. See what we want. See what I want to do here. But this one's working good. So yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do mine. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day trying to figure out the way I want to do mine. But, so, yeah, I hope that this helps you, and maybe you can come up with a good way to do yours. I'll give you some ideas. I think you got the gist of it. So I got to mount these on here, and then measure and bend the piece for the back side, just like this. And that one's not quite perfect, is it? But it looks good. I think it looks alright. And I used Harbor Freight screws. You know, in the kit. I think they're 8mm or 10mm screws. You know, little short ones, just long enough to fit lock washers and whatnot. But that is the deal. So yeah, you can go spend $80 or you can make your own. Love you guys. Be good. KG4NWE. Quit.
There'll be no sunlight if I lose you, baby. There'll be no clear sky if I lose you, baby. Just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same. If you leave, every day it'll rain, rain, rain.
That's funny.